Welcome to Oddball. Amin Elhassan, Jeremy Tache, filling in for Izzy Gutierrez. Jeremy, I know what you're thinking. Like, oh, great! I got to do Oddball two days in a row on this week, and this is great. And then we get to have fun. And I gotta reveal something, man. We brought you here under different circumstances. We brought you here under an ulterior motive. We had an agenda, and the
Why,
agenda.
is there something going on today?
Yeah. Well, the return of Jimmy Butler happens tonight at the Kaseya Center, right across the street from the arena. From the studios, and the Warriors visit the Miami Heat. And Jeremy, we got to get you to weigh in on all of this. First of all, let's start with what Jimmy had to say about his time in Miami. He said, "Quote: We were all right. I mean, we didn't win anything like we were supposed to. We made some cool runs. We had some fun, but that's all we did. I don't got too many bad things to say about them. I have so much respect for that organization and for the people running that organization and for my former teammates. And I'm going to wish them the best." Jeremy, what do you make of that quote?
I believe that the first half of that quote is how he feels, and the second half of that quote is posturing for when he realized that he was kind of making nothing out of something that was a big deal. I know that people around the Heat organization, and I'm not talking about like the high up front office people, but I spoke to a bunch of people at Sunday during the Hornets game, and they were furious about this quote.
Really?
Feeling very dismissed, right? Like Jimmy had the best years of his career in Miami. It was more than just like a couple of fun runs. It was some of the most special basketball that he's ever played that this franchise has seen, because it was so different than what happened with the Big Three or what happened with the run with Dwayne Wade and Shaq, where you were acquiring a superstar. Jimmy came here with his reputation nowhere near where it is now, and he evolved into a superstar. And I think the frustration that a lot of them feel is over, look, you can have your beef with the front office, you can have your beef with ownership, but there's been a real lack of I don't know if it's praise or acknowledgement of the teammates, of Bam Adebayo in particular, right? The guy who was your shield on every front. He did all the dirty work on the floor. He did everything that you didn't want to do with the PR side, with doing post-game interviews, with doing everything with the media, with the fans, with everybody. He was all of the off-court superstar stuff that Jimmy was supposed to be while he was here, while Jimmy got to do what he wanted. And so I think there's a lot of people that feel this didn't need to go quite the way it did. And so it's an awkward dynamic when I walk over across the street in a couple of hours and watch this game, because there are a lot of people wondering, hey, when the Heat inevitably do, because I believe they will, this isn't like inside info, I believe that they will take the high road and give Jimmy a video tribute and all of what's to come with that. I think they're interested to see the way the fans react, because
I'm curious to that. How do you think the fans are going to receive him?
I think it's going to be somewhat split. I think there will be more cheers than boos, but I think that there will be some fans that, after the way this has all gone, particularly because the team has been so bad since he left. If the team had been playing well, if they were, 10-5 or whatever since he left, and Andrew Wiggins had played all of the games since getting here and he was playing well, maybe it would be different. Maybe there wouldn't be as much animosity, but it feels like, man, if I'm a Heat fan, I'm looking at Jimmy and I'm going, you torched this season for me, the viewer.
Yeah.
You didn't show up when you were here, and then you ripped the rug out from under us. The rest of the season went awry.
And then went somewhere else and played great, and they're winning almost every game. And it's like it's all the juxtapositions.
When you got here, like it's all exactly the same. The quotes are the same. It's crazy.
It's seeing your ex go through the same rhythms that they went through with you when you were in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah,
it's gotta hurt.
One day it's gonna go the same way. That's what I told you, on.
I do want to present to you two competing quotes from two Warriors players about this game. And I was tickled to no end, right? From Draymond, we got Jimmy over here. I know this is a big game for him. And then on the other hand, Jimmy says, it don't make no difference. Another game for me, another game that we're expected to win. So who's telling the truth?
I mean, Draymond's telling the truth, right? Like Draymond has no filter. So what that is Jimmy's talked to him about it. He's like, yeah, I want to go kick those guys' ass. And Draymond knows it. And so he says it to the media and Jimmy tries to downplay it. But that's who Jimmy is. He's a competitor and he's a guy who's always going to try to play it cool.
This is how I feel about both of the quotes. The first Jimmy quote, the second Jimmy quote. This is all him doing the same thing. This passive aggression of digging into, because he knows it annoys him, right? Oh, it doesn't mean nothing to me. Just another game. Like there's a dismissive part, but then another game we're supposed to win. Is the like, oh yeah, I'm on the good team and you guys are the bad team. And that team was a bad team when I got there, but now they're a good team. And we were kind of a good team when I left, but now you're a bad team. That's what he's doing there. And then with the other quote about like, oh, it's a nice little run, there's a lot of like, he's kind of dismissing and also putting the onus a little bit on the Heat of like, oh yeah, man, what we did, wasn't what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to win it all, and you guys were supposed to get me another superstar, but you never did.
This is all landed. And that right there, right? That type of attitude is why people are so frustrated on behalf of Bam Adebayo, right? Who was the guy, who was the wingman, who helped get you to all those places. And hey, if you just didn't get hurt against the Lakers, maybe y'all win a title. Who knows?
What could have been, woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's the story of the Jimmy Butler Miami Heat.
Really is.
We're going to play a new game next. It's called Shot Clock, and Jeremy came up with it. All right, welcome back to Oddball. Amin, Elhassan, Jeremy Tache. And Jeremy, I'm really excited for this. Last year, you created this very popular trivia show for baseball called Pitch Clock, and you spent months in the lab creating the basketball version of it, and here it is, the debut of Shot Clock. We're going to show you guys a pilot episode here, but we can find or be on the lookout for future episodes coming down the line.
Let's do it. Welcome to the Shot Clock, Meadowlark Media's game of NBA tic-tac-toe, where the only way to take your turn is by correctly answering one of our basketball trivia questions. This is the Shot Clock. Hello, folks, and welcome to the first episode of The Shot Clock. That's Amin Elhassan. He's here with me in studio looking around.
Yeah.
Izzy Gutierrez is on Zoom, and we're gonna talk basketball, and we're gonna do it through a trivia format that I'm really excited about, guys. So here's how this is gonna work. I also kind of want to call this tic-tac-toe on the line because we're gonna play a game of tic-tac-toe between the two of you, but the only way that you get to make a move in tic-tac-toe is first by answering an NBA trivia question correctly. So I have compiled a list of NBA trivia questions. Depending on how quickly we go through our first game of tic-tac-toe, we may play a second or third game, play best 2 out of 3. But let's see how this goes. So, Amin, the first question. There are 4 players in the NBA this season averaging at least 24 points and 8 assists per game. Name those 4 players.
Okay, so Luka Doncic and LeBron are 2 of them.
LeBron is one of them.
Oh, Luka is not averaging.
Luka is not. Here's what we're gonna do.
How does that work?
Here's how we're gonna handle this. What I will say is, in terms of guesses, I'm going to let you think out loud. I will not respond until you are officially submitting an answer from here forward. You know that Luka is not one of them. I'm not even going to mark it against you. LeBron James is one. You have 3 players left you need. Again, these are the players averaging 24 points and 8 assists or more this season.
Nikola Jokic.
Nikola Jokic is one of those players. So you have 2 of the 4. Now, where's your thought process going?
My thought process, I know Trae Young is leading the league in assists.
That's right.
I know his shooting percentage is awful, though.
Right, but is he averaging 24 a game?
For a game? The shooting percentage would say no, but then again, like, he gets to shoot a million times every game.
The usage rate might suggest yes.
So I'm going to go Trae Young.
You're right. Trae Young is one of the names on this list. And then the 4th name on this list, I was excited to see there and grouping him in with these players. It's
oh, that's a hint.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what my excitement level is.
Okay, so he's an all-star. 24 and 8, right?
Player's an all-star.
Yeah. 8 assists indicates he's a guard. Guard, all-star. Let's see. Scores a lot, so he gets to shoot a lot. Could he also be shooting a lot of threes? Maybe he's a really good three-point shooter.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe perhaps he might have won the three-point shootout, Izzy.
It's possible.
Go with Tyler Hero.
You're wrong.
Oh,
Not Tyler Hero. I threw you off by saying I was excited to see this player. I just like this player.
Okay.
So I was happy to see them having success. All right. So remember.
Wait, that was my one.
That was your one incorrect one.
Yeah.
So you get another one. We're not going to include Luka on that list, even though if we're being real, that would have been a guess.
A lot of like, okay, here's the thought process. I'm thinking of some of these other names, right? Tyrese Halliburton. I don't think he scores 24 a game.
Correct.
Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland. I don't think either of them get 8 assists a game because both of them play on the same team. Steph Curry, same thing. I don't think he gets 8 assists a game.
Starting to narrow it down.
As far as like I'm eliminating names.
Yeah, you're eliminating names. I'll give you that much.
Oh, Damian Lillard.
No. The answer is Cade
Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham. So, Amin, you do not get to go in your first move of tic-tac-toe. There are 18 players, Izzy, this season who are averaging double-digit rebounds. How many of those 18 players are also averaging at least 20 points per game?
Okay, so, I mean, the top of my head is Amin's favorite player is Sabonis, but I don't think he's averaging 20. Although he's probably right on the doorstep. All right, I'm going to go Karl Anthony Towns is one. Nikola Jokic is another. Giannis has to be there. Boy,
Here's what I will confirm.
I don't think my boy Şengün is averaging 20 because I think they've got like 3 guys averaging around 19. So what did I say? 3 so far?
You've said 3 so far, and I will tell you that all of those have been correct, including what you said about Alperen Şengün.
Okay. And we don't care about qualifying, even though I think this player qualifies also. Is Anthony Davis one of them?
Anthony Davis
4?
is one of them.
Man. Oh. Okay, Vic.
That's correct. So are you going to say 5?
I haven't said Sabonis yet. So I'm going to go with 5, maybe 6 if Sabonis is on there, but I don't know if he's averaging 20.
Izzy, I'm looking for your final answer. Is the answer
all right,
5,
final answer
6?
I'm giving Sabonis benefit of the doubt. 6.
As you should. The answer is 6 players in the NBA are averaging at least 20 and 10. So, Izzy, where would you like to go in tic-tac-toe?
Oh, give me center square, please.
Center square for Izzy. We're on to question 3, and this one goes back to Amin. So, Amin, it's going to be a very, very silly, convoluted one for you. Whether they have played one game this season or every game this season, there are 21 players in the NBA who are shooting 45% or better from three-point range. But only 5 of those have started more than one game. Name one of those players.
Nikola Jokic.
I had him just underneath. He's at 44.5% from 3. So you are not at 45%. That is your one incorrect answer. I'll give it to you even when you're trying to name one player here. You can name one player. The hint that I will give you here, none of these players are stars.
I think I know this answer, but that's only because I was obsessing over this person right around trade deadline.
One of the Thompson twins.
Are you kidding me?
Obsessing, it's almost always one of the Thompson twins.
3-point percentage? No. No.
I'm going to go with, let me get this guy. I think he started a game, and I know he's shooting great. Malik Beasley.
Malik Beasley is not on this list. So, I mean, the 5 names on this list, and I'll tell you how many games they've started. Drew Eubanks started 4 games for Utah. Luke Kennard, who has started 7 games for Memphis. Seth Curry, who has started 9 games for Charlotte.
That, then I thought he didn't start.
Odd one, Taj Gibson, who has started 11 games for Charlotte, is shooting technically over 45% from 3. Right. And the final one, and this is really the best answer on this list overall, Taurean Prince has started 49 games for Milwaukee.
Close. Like Malik Beasley.
You were right there. You're right there. So, Izzy, now you have a chance to get your second one on the board before Amin even gets to go in tic-tac-toe. So there are 7 players in the NBA this season averaging at least 3.5 turnovers per game. Name
7 players?
Name 4 of those 7 players.
Okay, I can give you 3 right away. Cade Cunningham, Trae Young, and James Harden.
All correct. Those are all, by the way, at the top of the list. You need one of the final 4 names on this list. There are 4 more players averaging 3.5 turnovers per game or more this season.
I'm just going to go with somebody with a super high usage rate, Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is indeed on this list. Izzy, congratulations, man. You didn't even need to get one wrong. Just so you know, the other 3 players on this list are LeBron James, Ja Morant, and Brandon Ingram, also averaging 3.5.
Brandon Ingram.
Crazy
Wow,
to find that out. That is like, that was the name that stood out on this list. Is like, man, you have the ball in your hands that much that you could turn it over 3.5 times per game. Izzy, where would you like your next space to go in tic-tac-toe?
Let me get top right corner, please.
Top right corner. All right. So Izzy has one in the top right corner and in the center square. So Amin, we're back to you. Name 3 of the 10 players in NBA history who have scored 70 points in a game.
David Robinson.
Correct.
Kobe Bryant.
Correct.
Devin Booker.
Correct. If you guys
Damian
want to
Lillard.
have, that was
Who
easy.
else?
That was
David
easy.
Thompson.
So here's
Who
the
else?
list. Elgin Baylor. This is alphabetically. Elgin Baylor, Devin Booker, Kobe Bryant, Wilt Chamberlain, Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, David Robinson, and David Thompson. David Thompson on that list. All right, so Amin, where would you like to go? My assumption is the bottom left corner.
Block here. Give me the
Bottom left corner. Izzy, back to you. Name one of the 4 players in NBA history to have started 83 games in a season.
It just happened. Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges is the answer that I imagined you would get. It's why I kept it to 1, because I had a feeling no one else would get any of the other ones. The other 3
Mark
are
West?
Mike Mitchell, Jalen Rose, and Theo Ratliff.
Yep.
Those are the other 3 players. So there are 4 players ever to have started 83 games in a season. Izzy,
Theopolis from Demopolis.
where would you like your next tic-tac-toe piece to go?
Give me top middle just for fun.
All right, so right now, Izzy has the top middle space, the top right space, and the center square. He has 2 different options to complete his tic-tac-toe win. Amin just has the bottom left square. Amin, name 4 of the 16 NBA players who have dropped 40 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists or more in an NBA Finals game.
LeBron James.
LeBron James is on that list.
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving is not on that
Didn't he do that in the finals against 2016?
He had 40 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists in a game.
Jesus
He
Christ.
never got
So
to
close.
45 and 5.
I mean, your memory is terrible.
You've had so many already in this game where you're like just
Look,
missing
I'm telling
it.
you, man. Like I don't know exacts, but like,
But you know just
I
about.
get in the neighborhood really well.
That's about, I mean, to me, 47 and 4 is about as close as you can possibly. I can't imagine there's a better guess you could have had that wasn't right.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson is on this list.
Okay. Let's see other names that I'm thinking of. Kobe Bryant is a name I'm thinking of. Larry Bird is a name I'm thinking of. Hakeem Olajuwon is a name I'm thinking
You're
of.
right to be thinking of legends. This list is full of legendary players in the history of this game, both in modern times and in previous
Let
times.
me play it safe. Jerry West.
Jerry West is on this list. So now
You
you
need one
need
more?
one more.
One more.
One more.
I'm gonna, against my better judgment, I'm gonna take Izzy's hand. I'm gonna say Dwayne Wade.
There's a different Heat player on that list.
It's Jimmy Butler,
name is
man. He
Jimmy
just did
Butler.
it against LeBron.
Dwayne Wade is not on this list. I mean, the full list of 16 players who have reached
Watch
40.
it, all the guys I named, basically.
Giannis, Rick Barry,
Giannis was
Kobe,
next on my name.
Jimmy Butler, Steph, KD, Julius Erving, Cliff Hagan, John Havlicek, Allen Iverson, LeBron, Magic, Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
Shaq, Jerry West, and Russell Westbrook. That's
Excuse
your
me, what
full
is
list.
Cliff Hagan doing on that list?
Don't
Who is
know.
that? That's a
don't even know who Cliff Hagan
sitcom
is.
Hall of
Name, I
Famer,
believe.
guys.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume he's a Hall of Famer if he had 45 and 5 in a finals game, but it's pretty impressive to know. So, man, Izzy, I mean, you got 2 different
Dealer's
spots.
I mean, I got to get some right answers though, so
Right.
no pressure.
All right. So this will be a fun one for you. There have been 7 players in the history of the NBA to score 30 points per game in a season, while also shooting at least 35% from 3 twice or more in their NBA careers. Name 3 of those players.
Steph Curry, Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal, that's your incorrect answer. Bradley Beal is not on this list.
How is that? James Harden.
James Harden is an answer. James Harden is one of the 2 players who have done this 3 times in their career.
Man, I guess I got to go Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant is not on this
Incorrect.
list.
All right.
Not shooting that high.
That's an L for me.
The final answers here, these are the names, and I'm going from the bottom up. You got Steph Curry, who's done it twice. Damian Lillard has done it twice.
The next name I was
Kevin Durant has done it twice. Joel Embiid has done it twice. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has already done it twice.
I thought he hadn't hit 35.
James Harden 3 times. Michael Jordan 3 times.
I did not
Which is
have
insane.
Dame averaging 30 plus twice. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, for some reason, that
Yep.
number is so elite for me, and I just didn't have him. That's
I
crazy.
was shocked to see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander
With 35,
twice already in his career, where 30 points per game or more, and shooting 35% or better from 3
is a shocking thing
crazy.
for me. That's the part.
I couldn't believe it. So Izzy, you did not have your chance to win. So Amin,
All right.
you're keeping yourself alive. Who are the 2 players in NBA history who have made 10 or more 3-pointers in a single playoff game? There are 2 players who have done
10 or more in a playoff game. Klay Thompson is one.
it. Klay Thompson is one.
In a playoff game. Jesus, this was an active player who's hit 10 or more threes. Fred VanVleet?
No, Fred VanVleet is not the answer, so you still have one more available to you.
One more bad answer. It's not right, but I'm going to throw out Kevin Durant just because.
The answer is Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard scored 55 points and had 10 assists in a game against the Denver Nuggets in June of 2021. So in that playoffs that nobody remembers, in which the Bucks and the Suns ultimately went to the finals, Damian Lillard hit 10 threes. He's done it twice. Me, and I apologize, but you are not going to have an opportunity to get that much closer. But Izzy, let's see if you can end it here. Name 2 of the 4 NBA players who have recorded 40 rebounds in a game.
Oh, come on, man.
2 of the 4.
Hey, man,
so
this was kind of
Wilt
random.
Chamberlain.
I didn't know who was going first. You said who off the top?
I said Wilt.
Yes, you did. That's a correct answer.
40 rebounds. I mean, I'm just going to say, and I get one wrong answer, so I'm just going to say the best rebounder I think I've ever been, like Moses Malone?
Moses Malone is not the answer.
Okay, so I get one more. It's not current. It's not recent. Hasn't happened since I covered the league. That's a hint I can probably
That's
accept.
correct. I will give you that hint. You are right.
And I don't even know when they started. I mean, look, Amin, this is for you, because if this answer is wrong, congratulations, you're still alive, but I have to just try and say Bill Russell.
Yes.
The answer is Bill Russell.
The
Thank God.
most rebounds in a game. Wilt Chamberlain with 57, I want to say. Bill Russell's 56 or something like that.
Let's find out right now together. 55
what?
rebounds by Wilt Chamberlain in a singular game
And then-
is the most. Bill Russell had 51.
51.
51. And both of those are in the same year, 1960.
Yeah.
And when did they start recording rebounds as a statistic? Was that at the very start of the NBA, or was it
Rebounds
at some
is-
point during Bill Russell's
I
career?
think rebounds have been a part of it
I've
the
been
whole
around
way.
the whole time, yeah. Guess the other 40 rebound players.
Yeah, can you guess them? There's 2 more.
Bob Lanier,
Nope.
Nate Thurmond.
Nate Thurmond.
All right. And then another. I don't think Rodman ever got to 40.
He did not.
I don't think, yeah. So it's going to be someone of yesteryear because you have to
It
have
is.
available rebounds. That's
right.
the thing, Izzy, is back then they paid like 130 possessions a game and they all shot terribly. So there were just rebounds galore to be had.
Is it Bill Walton?
No.
Hints for you. This player began his career in the 1963-64 season and won the Rookie of the Year, and played until the 1973-74 season. He played for 3 teams over the course of his career.
So it's not any of those Celtic greats like Dave Cowens or whatever.
It's yeah.
Played until 70.
Player played for Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Royals, the San Francisco Warriors, and the New York Knicks. Ended his career with the Knicks.
No, I got it. Yeah, I'm stuck.
Jerry Lucas.
Jerry Lucas.
Izzy, which spot do you want to go in?
Yeah, I'll take bottom middle and end this game.
55.
3
rebounds.
straight down the middle. Israel
eyes have it.
Gutierrez, the first victor of tic-tac-toe on the line, or the shot clock, or whatever we're going to call this. Guys, thank you for flexing your knowledge and playing this game of trivia with me. I can't wait to be back with you next week.